as a hobby for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Today, we're going to talk about podcasting. I'm going to show you guys, walk you through some steps. There is no reason that if you got something to say, if you got something you want to put out in the world, there's no reason that no one has a podcast. There is definitely no reason. AI makes it easy to create it. AI makes it easy to edit it. And AI makes it easy through social media even to publish it. So there's no reason why, if that is something that you're interested in, I definitely think you should do it. I honestly think podcasting is the next media, especially in an age where people are challenging media. Podcasting has exploded. And I just encourage you to not overthink it, to not be afraid to do it, and just to step out there.
This is a reminder to start before you're ready. After having grown my YouTube channel to over 500,000 subscribers, I know how it feels starting from the beginning with whatever pursuit you are going after. When I first started recording videos, I didn't quite have a quiet place to record. My daughter would be running around the house, distractions here and there. So what I did was I found a local library. Thankfully, they had the soundproof room that you could hire. So I hired it for an hour or two once a week. And it's not just one instance, but multiple instances. But it didn't stop me. I recorded over 20 videos at that library, and one of the videos blew up. So the truth of the matter is, if you want it badly enough, you'll find a way. It's not about not having enough time, but it's your priorities. And to give you a sense of relief, you actually have an advantage because you're starting at zero, no audience, no pressure. It's a perfect playground to practice, experiment, see what works, what doesn't, and just make your mistakes all in peace. So give yourself a deadline, hit that record button, publish it, all falls in all. Don't worry too much about it, because I feel like that's where all the learning and the growth begins.
And that's where I want to start all this. Also, just for you don't know, I added a blog. So if you like, man, I don't want to sit up here and watch this whole hour and a half video. There's a blog, and let me click that so you can. So if you want to go look at the sites, and this is the one I did on automations, part 1. There's the video, but it's broken down so you can read through it. Here's a table of contents you can go to, and it extracts some of the things that I said. So if you want to just grab the key points of it, here's a link to the blog. But if you also want to go and watch the video, so you don't have to just sit and try to watch a video and recapture all the things that I said. You can go to the blog that I put out, that we talked about that. Also, y'all know my favorite tool. Here's even a better way to do it, Notebook LM. Notebook LM is a free tool by Google. And you can jump in at any time, ask questions. It's a free tool by Google. If you have a Gmail account, it helps you learn anything. Yes. So here's Notebook LM. And what you can do is you go to Notebook LM. It's free if you have a Gmail account. What it does is, look, it's a way to learn, study anything. So what you all would do is create a new one real quick. And you can take one of my YouTube videos. So let me go back to my page. So say if you want to do the one, talk about the hidden power of ChatGPT. Take that, you go to YouTube, share, and it'll give you the link to the YouTube video. Go back to this new notebook. You click YouTube, and this is for anything you're trying to learn, anything you're trying to study. If you're trying to do some research, if you're trying to pull something together, it's ChatGPT tied into a huge resource. It's just Google's version of it. You just paste that in, insert. It will transcribe the video. And you can do this for anything on YouTube. You can do this for a website. And then, so this is the one I said, the hidden power of ChatGPT. And then it gives you some prompts to ask. How does the latest large language model enhance user productivity? You can go with some of the built-in questions, and it'll ask you. And then what it does is like reads through the video. So now you don't have to watch it. You can ask it questions, and then it'll answer. And you can just say, or while that gives one of the answers, it's breaking down everything I taught in that video. So if you're saying this is about ChatGPT, what are some of the prompts used in this video? If you want to go, oh, Jeff used a prompt in that video, I can't remember what it was. Now you can pull it up in Notebook LM, and it'll watch the video for you. And you see, it brought back the prompts I used in this video. So Notebook LM is an underrated tool that people still don't know. They don't use it. I use this thing every single day. You never have to try to learn everything the hard way. You can do an audio overview. So what that does, it'll take all your sources. If you click audio overview, it will create a podcast and teach it to you. Dr. Jeff did this session and it does this whole little interview. You can do a video overview, which is like a presentation. You can do a mind map, which kind of breaks it down in segments, flashcards. It's free. You can quiz yourself. If you're trying to learn it, learn what I taught. So if you're not using Notebook LM, you can use it. You can use it for more than just videos. You can add sources. You can add a website. You can cut and paste text in there. If you have an audio file, say you had a meeting, you're trying to transcribe it, you're trying to extract all of the high points of a meeting. You can upload it in there and just say, hey, what were they talking about? What was this? What's the task? What was assigned to Carmen in this meeting? And it will extract that. This is a free tool from Google. You can go back to the video and go, hey, what was he talking about there? And it will do that. Notebook. I'm glad you said that because that was going to be one of my questions about transcribing or looking at information that we had like on video or audio. And that's anything. If there's a website that's got some information, like for instance, Carmen, you get ready to do your podcast and we get ready to go into that and you want to pull up some current information on, say, what was it? That workman's comp current information. You trying to do some research on it. And let's just say this was fine or relatively, okay, I'm in Tennessee, use Department of Labor, workman's compensation. So you want to, oh my God, this is the page I'm looking for, but this is a lot of stuff. Just take the link of the website. You can create a notebook. It's like a folder. You can create one, give it the website. You can add several websites. And what it will do is it'll read the website. Okay, now this is good. When you get this error, that means the website is blocked from you uploading it. So what you may have to do in this case, you may have to cut and paste the information and go to it. Sometimes some of the websites won't let you upload them in there, but you cut and paste the information. So say, for instance, I just wanted to, this is the page I need information on. You can just highlight it, but it's a cut, copy, go over to add source, copy text, paste it in there. So you can get around that. And then you can ask it, what are the latest, whatever it is, we can just say workman's comp update. And it's only going to respond based on what's in here. So this is what it does. I use this for if I want to understand credit card contracts. You can upload it in here. And this is solely based on the information here. So working comp. So now it's just giving me what was an overview of that page. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Wow.
So you got to start using Notebook LM. And start using it, not just for, of course, for my videos, but for anything you're trying to learn, anything you're trying to read, you don't feel like sifting through, throw it up in Notebook LM and go, what is this? What are they talking about? If you're trying to read a contract, what are the cancellation policies? Bam, put it up in there. It's free. It's a free tool from Google. All right?
Yeah. Me too.
All right. So did any of you guys download? I know I said there was a PDF. Then you guys get to go through that. If not, we'll still walk through.
I did.
Okay. So let's look at that. We created first podcast. Pages are moving slow. All right, good deal. So we're going to go, let's walk through creating a podcast. So we just talked about some of the stuff we've already done. We've talked about ideas. So here is the checklist that you have and you'll have in here on creating your podcast. We want to start with some of the pre-production prep. The tools we're going to be using is ChatGPT. So if you don't have ChatGPT, you can get the free version and I will add it into this here. But go ahead and get ChatGPT. There's a free version of it. you can use that for some of the things I'm going to show you. I'll just open that up and get your account. Okay. So if you're not using ChatGPT, you want to definitely do that. It's going to help with the brainstorming. But there's a podcast prep guide I sent, and let me go to that I sent y'all where we talk about our vision. We did this part. This purpose of the podcast is I want to talk about workman's comp, and I want to help people you want to establish the podcast vision. And that's why I sent you this to write that down. Queenie, you put yours. I think you mentioned that you want to help parents with children. You want to share with us what you put in yours? If you
Yeah, just hold on a second.
Okay. And I'm going to bring up ChatGPT because that's where we're going to start first.
AI prep. So I said the purpose of my podcast is to help parents through the transition to adolescence. Parents struggle with understanding what is really going on when a child experiences adolescence.
Okay. So now you have your vision and your intention. So now let's move into ChatGPT. So we're going to select a theme or a topic for it. So let's follow along here. Choose a specific topic or niche, identify the audience. This is where ChatGPT going to come in. I'm going to use what Queenie just gave. So you're going to open up ChatGPT and it says, and I'll copy the prompt. So what we want to do is define the podcast, step 1. And we're going to walk through these really quick. That a lot of them we're going to get done in one sweep. So you want to say, I want to create a new podcast. I need your help brainstorming. Now, the thing about AI is it really is like talking to a human. That's where it's called artificial intelligence. It has the logic and the thought process is often very much like a human. You're not going into AI every day. Every time you think of something, you should, because AI can help you think about stuff. It can give you great ideas. It can help you brainstorm. You can say, I need help brainstorming. If I just stop there and hit enter, it's going to say, perfect. I'd love to help you with that. To get the brainstorming started, can you tell me a bit about what you already have in mind? Which is really what we just did. Is asking some questions, and you can answer the question. Do you want this podcast under the J-Rock? What is the main purpose of focus, inspiration? And what you can do, let's use Queenie. I want to create, what you said, Queenie, you want to repeat that to me?
A podcast to help parents struggling with understanding what's really going on and help them with the transition to adolescence. What's really going on when their child experiences adolescence. Helping parents navigate through that.
Excuse me. Adolescent. I want to help parents
Understand.
navigate through this experience. So I want to create a podcast to help parents struggling with understanding what's going on when their children experience adolescence. I want to help parents navigate through this experience with this podcast.
That's fine.
Again, you don't have to be real formal with AI. You talk to it like it's a human. And so we said that. Now they asked us some questions. I will address the questions. 2, what is the main purpose of it? I'm going to say education, period. I want to help, blah, 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 blah. Then you hit 3. What's the third question? Who's your target audience? I don't know yet. Can you help me figure this out? You see what I'm doing? Because again, you're starting off this stuff you don't know yet. You don't know, because you can say everybody, it wants to help streamline it, so it can help you figure it out. 4, what kind of tone do you want? Reflective and personal? Y'all answer. Reflective or personal, educational and strategic, or conversational and fun? Or a mixture of all?
A mixture of all.
Mixture of all. 5, any format ideas? Is it going to be a solo? Are you going to do interviews? Will it be panel discussion, narrative storytelling, or hybrid, which is basically a mixture of all? Which one?
Hybrid.
Okay. All right. See, we're following through this sheet right here because it's giving us the theme. The next thing we're going to do is tell us to give us some episode ideas, because you know what you want to talk about, overall theme and subject. But I got to come up with episodes. Y'all with me?
Yes.
All right. So let's see what it came up with. Wow. AI does like to suck up. Take it with a grain of salt. A podcast that helps parents in navigate the emotional, social, and cognitive storm of adolescence could serve as both a resource and a refuge for many families. You don't have to, like I said, let's clarify the audience and shape the core foundation before we move into titles, taglines, and signatures. See, it's helping us build this whole podcast. Okay. So now it says audience discovery. Here are a few possible audience angles. Let's narrow which one. So now it's asking you questions. It's brainstorming. Carmen, you with me? I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Is it
No,
okay?
no, you're not.
This is ChatGPT. Again, it's just help, it's stimulate. That's what it does. So it says audience discovery. Here are possible audience angles. Let's narrow which one you want to focus on. Everyday parents, faith-based parents, educator parents / community leaders. You want single parents or blended families. Which one, Queenie? Who's your audience? Everyday parents, which will be a general focus. Parents of tweens and teens, 10 to 18. Faith-based. Go ahead.
Definitely everyday parents
Or you could say a mixture of all.
and educator.
Okay, so we're going to say A and C. So now remember, step one is asking these questions. So we'll say for step one, A, C. You hold the shift key, hit enter, it skips a line. All right. Step two, podcasting positioning questions. To pinpoint your audience's sweet spot, answer these questions. Would you like this podcast to be secular, faith-inspired, or faith-neutral?
Faith inspired.
Okay.
That's who I am.
That's right. So step two, number one, question one, would you prefer to focus on parents of a certain age group, middle school versus high school?
Middle school through high school.
Okay. So you're doing the preliminary work that if someone came in your office, like Kelly, if someone came to you, this is some of the preliminary work that you're going to say, hey, Kelly, I need you. You're my manager, you consult. I'm going to start a podcast. What do I do? These are the questions that you would probe them with. And ChatGPT can help you do that. You can say, hey, this is what I do. Give me a list of questions because it's going to narrow down.
Let me change that to age group from 12 to 17.
Ages 12 through
To
17. And you guys, I know I'm talking to Queenie, but we can mix in. We're
Right.
doing examples here. So feel free to answer anything. Question three, I put equals. What's question? Do you want to include experts like psychologists, teachers, pastors alongside your voice, or keep it mostly you plus stories from parents and teens? And remember, you can say a mixture of all, or nope, I only want to focus on this.
What y'all think?
What y'all think?
I would say a mixture.
Okay. All right. Question four. Do you imagine it being story-driven, personal stories and case examples, or teaching-driven? Each episode focuses on one concept. Example, understanding teen mood swings, or a mixture of both. You see what's happening with brainstorming with AI. Kelly, what you want to do?
That should be a mixture of both.
Okay, so now it says, once I have these, I can craft your core audience, suggest titles and taglines, outline your segment and episode structure, and develop a launch framework plus 3-episode startup. You see what the power of AI? And Kelly, as a consultant, these are services you could charge for. They're paying you for your expertise at helping them extract. And then again, this is asking questions you may not have thought of. That's the great thing about AI. All right, let's go up. We got what we need. Let's let it roll. And you can do this in the free version of ChatGPT, Carmen. You could just start saying, hey, I'm trying to do this. Help me brainstorm. So you just defined a really strong foundation. Podcast concept summary. A hybrid educational and emotionally intelligent show designed for parents and community leaders of teens aged 12 through 17. It blends teaching, expert insight, real-life stories to help adults understand, connect with, and guide adolescents through one of the most confusing yet critical phases of life. Now that we have your foundation, let's build your framework. You see how it helps walk you through? And it's walking through all this, and this is all we're doing. Let's move on because we want to get to doing it. And now, Queenie, you said Auntie Queenie, right? Remember you said everybody always called you Auntie Queenie. I hear several titles, Between Us and Them, the bridge years, dear parent, they're still learning, growing pains, growing hearts, blah, blah, blah. But you may say, I need my title to be centered more around the fact that everyone calls me Auntie Queenie. Then you can answer the other questions, or you can start from here. And then it gives you a tagline. So it can be Auntie Queenie, welcome to Auntie Queenie's show, because growing up doesn't come with a manual. If you don't like these, you can say, hey, I need my title to be centered more around the fact that everyone calls me Auntie Queenie, the taglines to match. So let's see what it does. Y'all, are you following the brainstorming with ChatGPT? Yes?
I am. Yeah.
That's a beautiful personal anchor. Auntie Queenie, immediately give warmth, wisdom, and approachability.
They always believe ChatGPT.
Right, y'all stop lying. But thank you, you're stroking my ego. It feels like a safe voice that parents and even teens would trust, blah, blah, blah. Let's reshape the entire podcast around Auntie Queenie as the guiding persona. Great. Now it says Auntie Queenie brings parents real talk, real stories. All of this, it gives you now some titles. Conversations with Auntie Queenie. Ask Auntie Queenie's Corner. Parenting with Auntie Queenie.
Amazed.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow. Kelly, is any of this helping?
Oh yeah, it's helping. I've literally had people do in the last 2-3 days.
Yes. Yeah. I forgot. You married to Mr. Claude.
No, I use multiples because
I'm being petty.
yeah,
Okay.
I take Claude and refine ideas and then I send them to ChatGPT.
Yes, Claude, yeah, and to Carmen, so that we're not fleet. Some of us been around. So there are several AI chatbots that you've heard of ChatGPT, right?
Yes.
So ChatGPT was like the first one that came out. Google has something called Gemini. It's the same thing. It's Google's version of it. Then there's one called Claude. Then there's one called Perplexity. And then, of course, Microsoft has Copilot. Claude is really good at generating writing. Claude would probably have done this brainstorming a lot better. And they have free versions of all of them. And I don't want to overwhelm you. Start with ChatGPT or start with Claude. But get one and start as you dive in, jump into that. But Kelly and myself and Queenie too, we kind of nerds. So we play with all of them. But so I don't want to overwhelm you, but yes, but those are the LLMs, large language models, the chats that are like some of the top ones. There are a gazillion of them, but those are like the main notable ones. ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, then there's Perplexity, and Microsoft has Copilot. Those are like the most famous, if I could say that. So anyway, that's where all that conversation came from. But you see what we got? So let's just pick something. What title we're going to come up with? We got Conversations with Aunt Queenie. Ask Aunt Queenie's Corner. Safe place for parents. Aunt Queenie's Corner. Parenting with Aunt Queenie. Let's just pick one for the sake of this session.
What's playful but wise? The playful, they give you some more ideas.
Playful but wise. That's just Aunt Queenie talking. The Teen Whisperer. Aunt Queenie with filter. I like this. Aunt Queenie, see you. Okay, the Teen Whisperer.
Yeah.
Okay. And the tagline is the Teen Whisperer, Aunt Queenie Unfiltered, turning teenage chaos into connection. I like that. Let's go with that. Okay. So we're going to put this in our little document. And so we're coming to the end of phase 1, and we're going to call it Aunt Queenie Whisperer. So now let's get some episode ideas. We got that style and format, a length, 20 to 30 minutes, but you can do whatever style you want. Because this is all part of it. If you look at the document and as you set it up, you also want to go how long your podcast going to be. And I would say you don't want to start no more than 30 minutes max with a new podcast. You want to build your audience. It's okay to do 7, 8, 10 minutes, but 30 minutes max as you're building your audience. Okay. So we've got our format. It's going to be a solo, a co-hosted with interviews, episode length. We're just going to say 20 minutes. We're going to make the template because you can put it in there. It says, now create from this document, create an episode template. Let's tell it to do that. So now it'll start building around what you chose. Say, let's finalize the title and move ahead. So now it's great. Let's move on. And it's still building the brand. Podcast title, The Teen Whisperer, Aunt Queenie Unfiltered, turning teenage chaos into connection. Voice and tone, helping parents and mentors understand what's really happening inside the mind, emotion, and behavior of teens, and offering practical tools to reconnect, build trust, and guide them with love. This is going to be like when you get ready to put it on Apple and all that, because you have to have a podcast description. It's giving you all that. Here's some topics. Understand the adolescent brain, why they act like that. So here are some episode subjects. It's giving you even a framework for your show. Hey, baby, let's talk. So it's what that's saying is when you start recording, you go, hey, baby, it's Auntie Queen. Mama need to talk to y'all for a minute. You do what you want, but again, it's stimulating your ideas. And with any podcast, you always want to record at least 3 episodes ahead of time because life happens. Y'all know that. Life will happen. And part of also that structure is setting your schedule. Is it going to be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever? I would recommend doing something you're going to stick with. It wouldn't hurt to start monthly, especially if you're busy, but you want to have something that people can be consistent with. I was struggling with that at first, and until I started using AI to help me do it. But it's okay to start monthly or bi-weekly or every first and third Tuesday. And then once you get comfortable with the ad and the editing, you grow into it. So all that is part of it. So anyway, it's giving you a roadmap. It's even telling you here, episode 1, help, my sweet teen turned into a stranger. Why adolescents feel like an emotional whiplash and how parents can shift from control to connection. Theme. So let's take what they're giving us. Let me pause. You see the work it's already doing? Yeah, Jeff. Hello?
Yeah.
Y'all know I gotta pause and make sure y'all with me. Is this helpful?
It's very helpful.
Okay. So
ideas.
So now, but you can take it further because you got the ideas. You can say, I want to go with your episode suggestions. Now write out the content for each episode.
Now that's crazy. Wow.
Pow. So it's now give episode 1 theme. Hey, baby, let's talk. It's opening. It's giving you the opening. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, Auntie's Takeover. Here's episode 2. So now all you got to do is what we're getting ready to do next. I'll take some questions and we'll do is this now get in front of the camera or just now you start recording. Y'all see how simple this is?
Wow.
This is just an outline. Absolutely.
Oh no, I don't have any questions. I've been on ChatGPT, but I was using it all wrong.
Just for emails.
The main
Right. Be using ChatGPT every day of your life.
Yeah.
Kelly, every time you think of something, you should use it. And just FYI, these on the side are all your conversations. So you can change them, save them, things like that, and come back to it.
I can interject.
Please.
I literally said, I use ChatGPT. I've built an avatar that looks exactly like me. And I use it to try on clothes and determine outfits because I'm a performer as well. But they give us like, hey, we want this. I'm like, this is what they've said they want us to wear. This is the occasion. What ideas do you have? And we'll go through ideas and try on outfits. That way I'm never going to the store or looking in my closet not knowing what to put together. I already know how it's going to look on me before I put it on.
In the image generator part.
Yeah, use the image generator.
So to Carmen, you can also, I'm getting ready to come to that, because you got to come up with your graphics and all your design. You can do some of that. You can do that in ChatGPT. I'm going to show you in a minute. And that's what she's talking about. She took a picture of herself and says, hey, put on this thing from Amazon, put it on me, let me see what it looked like.
Wow.
This is the power. And I believe you can do some of this in the free version. We're going to try it in a minute. But it's worth the $20 a month. And you should be in AI every single day of your life. You're thinking. So we got episode 1, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go help my sweet teen turned into a stranger. Auntie, welcome to the Auntie Queenie Show. So then she's going to go. So we're going to just take episode 1. Let me just cut it out. And we're going to go to a nice little tool. And you can put it in a Word document, however you want it. You can print it out. The whole point is it's just to be a guide. So if you want to tweak it a little bit, I use Google Docs. You got Microsoft Word. It doesn't matter. But you want to put it in something. I use Google Docs. So this is the episode 1. You name it, save it, just like you do anything else. And you're going to use it as a guide. You can print it out, make your changes in here. But let's just say for the record, we're going to do this record just as it is. Here's tools that you can use. You can start free. 2 of my favorite tools are, let's go into pre-production. And let me say this, anything in this checklist that we still need to do, you can just cut and paste it into ChatGPT saying, hey, do this. Pre-production. So we're going to go into, setup. That's what I'm looking for. Riverside. These are 2 of my favorite tools. You pick one. Queenie, you use Descript, don't you?
I use Descript.
Kelly, do you use any of these yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why I chose both of them. And they both do the same. Let me explain. So Riverside is where you can record podcasts. With Riverside, they have a mobile app. It can record up to 4K. You can do your episode from your phone in the car like that guy did. Queenie got this episode 1. She want to do episode 1. Help, my sweet teen, Queenie sitting in the car. She got about 30 minutes. She puts it on her phone and said, hey, baby, let's talk. Watch this. Have you ever woke up in the morning, blah, 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 blah. And she does her show, the first segment. Let's talk about the science of this shift and why the kids do that. Boom. Between the ages of 12 and 17, y'all, the brain is remodeling itself. You see what I'm doing? Literally, it's under construction. So when they snap, sigh, punch them in the mouth, kids. That's how my mama did. Get them kids a busted lip and then kick them down the stairs. Because the Bible says, beat them and they won't die. But she's got her outline and you break it up in segments. It'll break it up in segments. What you can do in Riverside is you can record it. Now, I won't be able to record because I'm already using the mic and stuff here, but I'm going to go into my account. Riverside gives you 2 hours free. So you can get 2 hours of free. So that's depending on your episodes. After 2 hours, you got to pay. Descript is a little different. I'm going to show you Descript in a minute. But Riverside, you can go in, you can record, you can stream to Facebook. Riverside allows you to bring 8 guests. So say if you doing one of your shows, Queenie or Carmen, and you got some experts on from the Department of Labor, when they talking about you letting them have it or whatever, you can bring up 8 people, but you can send a link out and go live. You can watch all of them. And Descript can do the same stuff I'm telling you. They have AI editing tools, but you come in, you press the record, get in front of your camera and start talking. Now, the thing with Descript, with both of these, I think you have to have a paid version, but it does have a teleprompter. You can cut and paste your script and it'll scroll down like they do on TV and you can read and it helps you keep looking at the camera. You can do that or just get in your camera and talk. Descript, let me show you Descript. It does a lot of the same things, but I'm going to be honest, each one has things that they're really good at. But to me, these are the best 2 tools. These are the best 2. Queen, tell me your experience with Descript and what made you choose Descript. Why do you like it?
Yeah, I was searching for various tools to transcribe, right? And create and also do a voiceover for me. And after trying, because I tried all of them, Descript did the best job. Yeah. It was easy. Plus, I was able to change, like, if they created something, I was able to just change it. If I had to just change one word, I didn't have to
re-record it.
Thing in for them to re-record it. They would just immediately change that word. So it was really friendly in terms of it.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was absolutely easy. As a matter of fact, I'm definitely doing the subscription.
Yeah.
I liked it.
All that is. So what makes Descript different, and I'm going to be honest, you're probably going to want Descript probably over Riverside. Descript was pretty much one of the first ones out doing this. And Descript can actually, what Queenie is talking about, if she flubbed over a couple of words, she can just highlight the word. And for instance, I was doing a promo video for this session and I just never got a chance to put it out. But just say she flubbed over a word. Now I know I might be thinking. And she said, now I know I might be stinking. Like, oh, Lord. All she has to do is just highlight the word. And what Descript does, anytime you upload video or audio, and Riverside does this too, it will transcribe it. But with Descript, you can change the word from stinking to thinking, and it knows your voice and it will re-record it in your voice.
Oh,
That's one of the edges that Descript has over Riverside. Now, I think Riverside is trying to catch up and do that, but Descript is a very powerful editor. And when you get a video, so say you record your video on the phone, here's the great thing with AI, and this is why I say everybody ought to do it, because video editing is a pain, right? But all you got to do now is upload it, and say if you like, oh man, I don't want to do all that. In Descript and Riverside, if you want to take all that out, you're a normal video, you got to go down here, move that, watch all this, take that out. You just delete, and it takes all that out your video. Y'all with me?
yeah. Yes.
This is what the power of AI. You can now it's so easy to edit videos. So you don't have to sit there. You just now go through and hit the button and, okay, let's change this. Let me listen to this piece.
Podcast, but I just don't have the time.
So, and you can play it back, and it makes video editing so, so easy. Descript gives you an hour free every month, where Riverside gives you 2 hours, and then you have to buy Descript. Both of these links are in here, but Descript has a whole lot more powerful features. It has what they call their AI tools, where it can remove, and what I can do is, if you guys pursue this further, let me know, and I won't charge anything. I'll do a special session with you guys showing you how to use this tool. You just let me know that, hey, bought it, I did this, I'm ready to do it, and I'll do a special session just for those that do it and use this tool, especially if you use my link. That does at least support my channel, support the work I do. And if you don't, that's fine either. I'll still do it. But you can clean up smooth filler words. You can shorten word gaps. You can add chapters. You can add, if you got a green screen, you can put, if you don't have a green screen, it can remove the background for you and put another background. It has templates and out labels. You can generate video and put it inside your video. Riverside is very similar. It does a lot of these things too. The other thing Descript does, Riverside just started doing this. So again, I'm giving you the apples to Fuji apples comparison. Riverside, Descript is really good at, if you keep looking away, it can make your eyes, it can do this. And even although you looked away, it has what they call let me find it. I have to select the video, but it has an eye contact version, eye contact.
Yeah.
It has an eye contact. And what it does is if you look away a lot, it knows that's the great power of AI. It can just make your eyes stay right here. So it looks like you're always looking into the camera. Riverside does that. Descript has been doing that for a couple of years. So again, Descript, Riverside, either way, it can also make shorts, all this kind of stuff. So they both do that. So you pick the tool that works for you. Let me pause. Questions, comments, thoughts. Am I going too fast?
I have a question. It's off, but where does, and I don't want you to get too deep into it, but just tell me, can Cast Magic does that have any kind of connection to what I'm trying to do?
Cast Magic is what you want to do when you finish editing. Cast Magic is a tool that takes all your content, and yes, it can transcribe, but it's when you're getting ready to promote it, publish to social media, it'll create a blog post, create a 7-day marketing strategy. So once you've edited and you're ready to put it to the world, you can put it in Cast. That's where your Cast Magic comes in.
Yeah, I have gotten it because that absolute offering the deal.
And Fred told me he had it too. So if y'all want to, I can do something, because I'm going to talk about what we're going to do going forward. But I'll do something if y'all want to just take a time out, email you and Fred and whoever else and say, hey, I'll do a quick hour session with y'all so you show how to use it. But Cast Magic is once your stuff is edited and is ready to go to the world, Boom. It helps you now create all this content from create a blog post. You can write an essay from it once you got it all edited and ready. Yes. Questions, comments, Carmen, Kelly, what you think?
It's a lot, very informative. And not only for podcast, if you're writing a book and like Kendra would have really benefited.
Yes.
She does like a podcast, reads, I swear, 30 to 40 books a month. And then she goes on her little podcast on TikTok and she discusses the books that she have read.
Oh, that's a perfect podcast.
Yeah.
She's a book talker.
She reads a ton of books.
Perfect. So I know it's a lot. Where do you feel the overwhelm? Because I want to make sure that I don't expect you to walk out and be an expert at it today, but I don't want to feel like you're trying to eat an elephant. If you go, man, I really would love to do a podcast on this, but I'm just, where do I start?
For me, it's just taking in everything.
Yes.
And as long as I can go back and go look at it at my own pace,
Yes.
then I'll catch on.
Okay. Does this seem
very
doable?
Informative and that's
Okay.
the ChatGPT, but I can tell you, I was using it all wrong.
Yeah.
I wasn't putting in, like you say, it's like a person. So you're talking to it like a person, and you can continue to talk to it like a person.
Oh, no. And I wouldn't say you're using it wrong. You just weren't using it to its fullest extent because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
something, but you didn't realize the power of it. No, you can go, I
I
don't
know.
like that. Redo this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Jeff, it's overwhelming. It's just a lot of information.
So just to recap, what you want to do when you say, I want to do a podcast, you want to first get all your pre-production, your outline, what kind of podcast you want to do. And that's where this document comes in and some of the stuff you put in the chat. You start in ChatGPT. Help me get the fundamentals together. Help me get the logistics. I don't know what I want to do, so help me brainstorm. So that's why I say you should be using ChatGPT all the time. You start there in ChatGPT. Go ahead, Kelly. I saw you. Your light girl, come up.
Oh, accident.
You start in ChatGPT. Always start with your brainstorming. It's like anything else. You got a business, you got to get the paperwork. What kind of business you want to do? What's going to be your start there. And then if you see it even gave you episodes, then the next thing you want to do is, okay, now I got content. I got 3 episodes. Let me tweak it. Let me make sure it ain't got no cuss words in it or it ain't saying none that ain't factually true. Revamp my episode. And then I'm running to Descript or Riverside, whichever tool, and I'm going to record my episode. Once I record it, I just turn it on, start talking. Start there. Start talking. Then it's like, all right, let me clean it up. Let me go in here in Riverside or Descript and let's clean it up. It's going to transcribe it for me. Let me get all the ums and ahs out and all the mess. Once I got that, I'm good. I think it's ready. It sounds like what I want to, it's saying what I want to say. Now you export it. And then the last phase is the publication part, getting it out to the podcast directories, Apple, Spotify. There are free tools that can do that for you. So once you have your episode, you're going to download it. If you're not doing video, you're going to download it as an MP3. So for instance, let me just do this in Descript. This is a video, but I want to make this is my podcast. Okay. This was, again, it's about maybe a minute and a half. I'm going to just say this is my podcast. So I'm going to just play a little bit of it. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Bernard, everyone has a podcast already. But hear me out. The podcast industry is booming. It's seen something like an 80% growth surge in the last few.
Could y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. So say this is my podcast. Again, this was a promo that I was trying to get ready for this thing and put it on social media. I just didn't have time. But this
Hey
is how it
everyone,
started.
Bernard here. I've got a quick but exciting invitation for you. Mark your calendars for this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here to tell you about a completely free webinar hosted and taught by the brilliant Dr. Jeff Robinson.
Who did that? Okay. But this is my podcast. So I'm going to export it, and I'll use this as an example. I don't want it to be video. I'm going to do audio. Didn't get my hair did. So you export it, whether you use Descript or Riverside. We're going to export it as, let me get that out of there. You want to do it, MP3 is the best for audio. You can do Wave, but MP3 And we'll get into all that if y'all really want to do it, and I'll show you but right now we're just going to walk through the overview. So here's my podcast. Now they're called podcast directories. Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music has a podcast, Spotify, all those are podcast directories. And there are tools, they're free tools. They're tools that have free versions that go ahead and sign up for, that you upload them to, and it will automatically put them on those directories for you. So you don't have to log into Apple. You don't have to log into Amazon. It'll automatically do it. I'm getting ready to show you that in a minute. So here's my podcast. So here's one of the tools. Here's two. There's one called RSS. I think it's slow. It's ChatGPT. Let me close some of these windows. RSS.com. This is a free, it's a podcast directory. It's free. I wanted to make sure that you saw it. It can distribute your podcast to all of the main ones. It says one-time submission to the top podcast directories automatically. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, music, blah, 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 blah. Here's another one. This is what I use. And there is a service I found that was Black owned. I use Hubhopper. So I'm going to just do this as a demonstration because I have an account with them. They have a free tier. You can upload 4 episodes a month, give you analytics, and the RSS is the link to your podcast. That's all it is. It's the link. But I'm going to demonstrate doing that with my account. Now, mind you, I guess the piece I didn't do is you can do all your little, let's go to Canva, or have your graphic designer do it. You want to make sure you have your graphic designer do all that. You want to have your image, and here it is, and you want to have your image for your logo and the episode, all that kind of stuff. I just did mine in Canva. I have a podcast called The Cultivation Hub. It's audio right now. We are moving into, we're going to be doing video and setting up. I got somebody working with me. We're going to set up a studio and all that. So I'm going to be going live next year. But right now it's audio, and it's just sharing a lot of personal development, inspiration, motivation, things I've learned, life lessons, things like that. But you go on Canva and create, you can say podcast cover and put it together. Or I didn't say you can go on ChatGPT, and where was this thing we did for Queenie? You can also tell it, give me graphic design ideas for this podcast. And because ChatGPT can create images, it can give you some graphic ideas. So it gave you some graphic ideas, but you can say, create me some graphic examples. Basically, let's pick one. Or you can do it for Canva, or you can create an image using the examples you gave. I think I can do 2 graphic images for this podcast. You can use ChatGPT, or like I said, you got to have your graphic stuff, have your graphic person design it. You can give them all the information on the podcast. Remember, ChatGPT helped you brainstorm. It gave you a description. It gave you a theme. It gave you a tone. Or you can upload a picture of Queenie, because you can do that in ChatGPT and say, here's a picture of Queenie. Use this in, you have a picture with a hand on the hip. Whatever you want, you can do that. But you have your graphic stuff designed. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So now we're getting ready to publish it. Let's see what it comes up with. I'm gonna get rid of that. So both of these are free, RSS and Hubhopper. I'm going to demonstrate uploading a podcast as soon as, look at Queen. The teen whisperer, Auntie Queen Unfiltered.
ChatGPT didn't have my picture yet.
I found one on Facebook. But imagine you can say, use this image. You get to pick the colors, because that's, remember, ChatGPT, it gave you all the specs. Able to share this with me. I'll put this in the document under resources and tools. I'll put this link to this chat and you'll have everything. Carmen? Did I lose you? Oh, we're almost done. We're at the public phase now. Take some questions and we'll go from there. Okay. So designed an image. Ooh, the Teen Whisperer. That's really Queenie. I like that Auntie Queenie Unfiltered.
Auntie Queenie Unfiltered.
I really like that. And honestly, so I'm going to come to that and then at the end. So now let's publish it. So I got I'm going to use Hubhopper. So say, for example, you can come in and create a podcast. We're going to I'm starting the podcast. We're going to call it Auntie Queenie Filter. And don't worry about learning all this. If you guys pursue it and we're going to do another session out, make sure you know how to do all the setup. I'm just going through it as an overview. Unfiltered host, Queenie Lennox. And you go blah, blah, blah. What kind of category? You got to fill all that out. We're going to call it comedy. Subcategory, stand-up. You know, what kind is going to be episodes or episodes with seasons. So if you can have season 1, 2, however you want to do it, this is how you set all this up. Language, English, of course. If there's a website, no. And then let's say next. Then this is the art, the podcast art, which is that picture. So let me go ahead and download Queenie. You can connect you to Canva, your Canva account. We're going to take Queenie's picture. All right. Let me go to Spotify, for example. So that it makes sense. Oh, Spotify. Let me just do this. It's just the art that shows on your podcast. So when you go to the podcast, it has that. It's just the podcast art. That's all this is we're doing right here. So when you go to Amazon, whatever, this is going to be the image, the podcast art. All right, so I got that. I've created a show called The Auntie Queenie Unfiltered. I've uploaded my podcast cover art. That's what that's called. And those are the specs. But ChatGPT already knew that. Am I going to? I know it's just, again, I'm giving an overview. Don't worry about remembering the specifics. Just think about the overview. ChatGPT already knew the overview. It gave you colors, all that. You can change all that if you don't like it. All right. Add your first episode. Then all I have to do is upload. What did I do with Queenie's episode? What did I do with it?
Right.
That's a video file. You can do video files too. And then while it's uploading, you give it the name, podcast description, episode description. Today, this episode is about blah, blah, blah. And you schedule it. What episode is episode 1? Bam. And it's going to, you'll tell it in the setup of this. I'll show you that in a minute. Distribution. I got to wait to finish loading. And it will automatically set that up for you. And boom, you got a podcast. Again, this is just the overview. I know it seems like a lot, but I think it's still doable. It's definitely doable, or you've got somebody working with you can help. I'm thinking probably most you want to do is probably get somebody to do your art design. If you don't want to do Canva, but the recording of it, AI helped you come up with the concept. AI gave you the format, and it even wrote the script for you. Is there anybody on this call that don't think this is doable? Tell me now, and I'll show you how it is.
No, it's very doable.
You see how, and then you can leave all the graphic work and all that stuff up to everybody else. But the actual recording of it and making a podcast, there's no reason. And you can also publish to YouTube. I think right now, well, it's disabled and they're fixing it. But you can always put it up on YouTube as well. I do it manually when it's disabled. And but mine, if you go on, there's Amazon. If you go on Apple Podcasts, and feel free to subscribe. I have weekly episodes, and they're just thought-provoking things to get your day while you're working out.
So we don't pay those platforms.
No, Apple, all of them are free. You don't. This is why I'm saying there's no reason why content can't get out. Because all this stuff is free. You don't pay Apple to put your stuff on there. You don't pay Spotify. You don't pay, no. And if you grow your channel and you get the streams and the downloads, You can get paid. You can get sponsors. And you ain't got to wait to that. If there are people who are like, Queen, I love you, I want to sponsor, you put in your episode, a segue, a little comment. But for the sake, can you see how easy it is? Wow. And see, people, that's why we overthink it. And I know this was a lot, but if you stream away the logistics of this tool and that tool, it is super. There's no reason why you can't have a podcast launch by Christmas. Just grab that. And right now, I would just say, while you figure it all out, get either Descript or Riverside, or just get on your phone, especially if you don't want to do video right now, and just start talking. And then you can upload them to Descript and clean it up. Have your graphic person put all your pictures and images on them and send it on up to one of these podcast sites. That's it. Just start talking. And you can get down to the walk through this phase, say, help me brainstorm. It would have taken maybe 5-10 minutes, but we were walking through it. But this initial logistic part, really is about 5-10 minutes because AI did most of the work. It asked you questions, you answered it. And it says, here, you like this? You want to do this? Here's the tone. What kind of thing you want? And now all you can do, the hardest part is doing the recording. Is stop procrastinating and do it. Because AI can clean up the ums and the ahs. Let me shut up. Let me hear from y'all. Which I started my podcast seriously in 2018. And I went to school for a while and to get my doctorate. And I kept saying, when I graduated in 21, I'm going to relaunch the podcast. And I put it off. And I finally just said, this September's quit playing. Just do it. Just do it. I got content.
Yeah.
Something, even if you can't think of content, here's the thing. You can take an article. And Carmen, I use ChatGPT as a dietitian and nutrition coach. It creates diet plans that I specify. But you can find content. If there's somebody that's saying something, you can repurpose it. So if like another lady gave, but she has some ideas that you want to mention on your show, take her video, put it in Notebook LM and say, I want to repurpose this, but this is what I want to say. And then it'll that. And then it can say, now give me the script or put it in ChatGPT. Take the transcription, copy and paste it in ChatGPT and says, I like this episode, but I want to add my twist to it. And this is what I want to say. Give me the script. So there's content that can provoke thought. It can provoke creativity. And a lot of times we invent the wheel and we don't need to. Everybody's scared. But the numbers prove that there's still space. It just does seem that a lot of people are just jumping into it. But there's definitely still space. So I want to encourage everybody on that. And you got something to say. And that's why I said go on the monthly schedule. So when you run out of ideas, get some within the next 30 days or bi-weekly. Thank y'all. Enjoy your Saturday and spread the word about what we're doing.